What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a top 10 list of my personal favorite Funko Pop announcements for the month of September 2024. And originally, I thought this was going to be a very easy list because nothing was really announced until the last minute when they decided to drop the New York Comic Con exclusive announcements, which had completely flipped and turned upside down my list, like if I'm referring to the lyrics of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But without further ado, let's kick off this list. So coming in at number 10 on my list is the Captain Raymond Holt with Cheddar from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now I'm sure that everyone was so excited for the long-awaited announcement of Brooklyn Nine-Nine Funko Pops since they have been rumored for the last 2 years or so. And so I think with the pop that they did with Raymond Holt is absolutely awesome with the way they pulled off the face, and especially the best part about this pop is that they actually pulled it off as a pop and buddy with his dog Cheddar, which is what I was hoping that they would end up doing. The reason I put this pop at number 10, even though it realistically should be a little bit higher, is of what they are actually calling this pop as it shows on the box, Captain Ray Holt, instead of saying Captain Raymond Holt as it should. Coming in at number 9 on my list is Cream with Cheese from Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, this is a part of a new set where it is 3 Sonic characters with their own chows, but I felt like the shadow was a little bit pointless considering that we've already gotten a shadow with chow pop in the past, and then Sonic is okay, but we know that the Cream with Cheese would be the best-selling pop as turns to this 3-pop set for a long-awaited character to finally be transformed into Funko Pop form. Coming in at number 8 on my list is the New York Comic Con shared with Funko Shop exclusive Headless Freddy Funko. Now, it's not too often that I put Freddy Funkos on this list, and it seems like 2024, they're really exceeding my expectations with the way they do Freddy Funko Pops. And this pop for New York Comic Con coming up is awesome, with the detail of course, the body holding on to the head, and even the detail of the head itself is so good with the fact that you could partially see the teeth. And just like I mentioned with, I believe, the last 2 days with our New York Comic Con videos, that I feel like this is going to be one of the first pops that end up selling out as terms to New York Comic Con this year. Coming in at number 7 on my list is the I'm a Head Out SpongeBob from SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, this is a memorable moment from SpongeBob that technically isn't actually a moment because it was a meme that was taken out of context. And so I'm glad with the fact that Funko is making meme pops that they finally made I'm a Head Out SpongeBob, since this is basically one of, if not the most popular meme out there. And so I think they did a pretty decent job with the SpongeBob, of course, getting out of the chair when in reality he was actually sitting down in the chair with the scene that this was involved with. I think my only gripe with this pop is that this is a part of that whole new thing of the Pop Plus or Pop Premium, so you are going to be paying a little bit more than the regular 4-inch price for this Funko Pop because of that chair that he's sitting in. Coming in at number 6 on my list is the New York Comic Con exclusive limited to 1,500 piece flocked animal from the Muppets. Now, this is such a great looking pop and such a great upgrade compared to the OG animal that is not too easy to come by nowadays. And of course, I had to choose the flocked one over the regular one because why not? Flocking makes everything for the most part look better than the normal vinyl plastic. And I love with the fact with this pop is that they didn't have to make it, let's say, a Pop Deluxe. This would be classified as more of a Pop Plus, considering that it has the tiny drum set, kind of like what you gotten with the Catman from Kiss, and that way it stays in the 4-inch box, and that you're not paying so much for the box like you would a deluxe or a 6-inch pop. Coming in at number 5 on my list is the New York Comic Con shared with Toy Tokyo exclusive Metal Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. The detail of it is absolutely awesome, and I'm glad that on top of already making the Metal Sonic, that they do make the Metal Knuckles. The only reason this is in number 5 is because there's actually more of a personal reaction towards the next 4 pops to why this couldn't make it any higher, even the top 3 portion of this list. Coming in at number 4 on this list is the Night of the Living Dummy from Goosebumps. Literally at the last minute of the September reveals, Funko announces the Goosebumps Goosebump lineup of pops, and there is quite a bit of awesome pops, and the one I had to choose was the Night of the Living Dummy. Especially now you can get a Funko Pop of this character instead of possibly buying the Benson from Toy Story to basically make up for it. Now that there is a Goosebumps lineup, you can actually get a pop of this character in which it is one of the most recognizable things as turns to the Goosebumps series. And I think they did a great job with the way this pop looks, especially with the mouth open as if he were being used since it is a ventriloquist dummy. But this doesn't make it to the top 3 portion because the next 3 pops are pops that are either going to be or very likely going to be into my Funko Pop collection upon release. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Fanatics exclusive Kane for the WWE lineup. Once again, of course, me being DK Wrestler, I feel I need to add a WWE pop onto this list. And this Kane is freaking awesome for the fact that first, you actually do have the 2 different color eyes, which is what you normally see with Kane. He's wearing that OG outfit that he had worn, especially in his debut, and I love the addition of the In Your House pin because Kane did make his debut at the In Your House Bad Blood event during the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. Funny enough, that's actually a topic I just recently covered on my other channel, Pro Wrestling What If, where I'm discussing the match result would be different for every Hell in a Cell match, which if you're a wrestling fan, definitely check out that channel. But enough of the self-promoting. I love the detail of this pop, and there could be a chance that I get this, especially because this is now a way you can get a singular OG Kane without having to buy the 2-pack from TargetCon that features Edge. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Magician of Black Chaos from the YuGiOh lineup. Now, I do enjoy the set of YuGiOh pops thoroughly, but my favorite one of this new wave definitely has to be the Magician of Black Chaos, a dual monster that I do remember from the OG series compared to a lot of these newer YuGiOh pops that are based off of the GX series. And I think the detail with the coloring does look awesome and will be a great addition to my collection, and it is a pop that I am for sure going to be buying, but there's another one that I'm also for sure going to be buying that I like just a little bit better in my number 1 spot. But of course, like usual on these top 10 lists, I am going to be mentioning 3 honorable mentions before I reveal that number 1 pick. So the first honorable mention on this list has to be the set of Brooklyn Nine-Nine pops. And of course, besides the Captain Raymond Holt that made number 10, I think the rest of the pops are awesome with Jake, Amy, Terry Jeffords is hilarious with that Greek yogurt I believe that he's eating, and then Charles Boyle, who so happens to be my favorite character in the show. And had there not been New York Comic Con exclusives and especially the wave of Goosebumps pops to be announced last minute, it would have been very likely that another Brooklyn Nine-Nine pop would have made this top 10 list. The second honorable mention on my list is the Funko Shop exclusive Cosmic Freddy from Funko Fusion. Now, I've mentioned the last couple of top 10 lists how I thoroughly enjoy the Funko Fusion lineup, not only for the pop, but of course the awesome styling of the box. And for those that may have noticed is that when those pops got announced, people saw the back of the box, which did show a Cosmic Freddy, but somehow wasn't announced with that set of pops. But then this month in September, they did announce the Cosmic Freddy separately as a Funko Shop exclusive, and I think the way that this pop looks with the whole iridescent colorway is really awesome. And once again, had those New York Comic Con exclusives had not been announced, this likely would have made it at some point in this top 10 list. And the third and last honorable mention of this list is the brand new wave of the Simpsons pops. Now, I was really worried that there weren't going to be any waves of Simpsons since this year is the 35th anniversary, I believe, of The Simpsons. Earlier this year at C2E2, we did get the Poochie, but that's basically it. But now we have an awesome new wave with Bart Simpson, the Deep Space Homer, the first Martin, Milhouse as Fallout Boy, and Sideshow Bob, which are really awesome pops for this wave. And this is a case of the fact that I couldn't decide what Simpsons pop to add to this list, so I decided to add them all to the honorable mentions because quite a bit of them could have made this top 10 list. And coming in at number 1 on my list is the New York Comic Con shared with Funko Shop exclusive Mystical Elf from YuGiOh. This is one of those dual monsters that I wasn't sure if Funko were ever going to create, but something I definitely remember from from the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think they did an excellent job with exactly how you see it on the card, where the eyes are closed, she's doing the praying pose, and I like what they pulled off with the base to make it something where it seems like it could be classified as a Funko Pop Plus, but most likely isn't. Probably the best Comic-Con exclusive Yu-Gi-Oh! Pop that Funko has ever done, at least out of the big three, because of course Summon Skull was released for CCXP a couple of years back, and that was an absolute banger when it got announced. Anyways guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's top 10 list of my favorite September 2024 Funko Pop announcements, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your favorites down below, even if it is a New York Comic Con exclusive like mine, and I hope to see you guys on the next video on the channel. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.